welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Fragrance Friday, or it could be a Tuesday I posted. I don't know. I'm filming a bunch of fragrance videos. I've been tagged in some I've seen that I just really want to do even though I wasn't tagged. So let's just get started. So before we get started, I gotta tell you what's on my nails. This fingernail chipped off. But what's on my fingernails, first off, is from Essie. This is in Mint Candy Apple. As you can sort of see where I'm at there. I do enjoy this for the spring and the summer. It's a really beautiful, like robin's egg blue, and it's just gorgeous. Love that one. And of course, I have two different things on my lips. So to start, I have from Rimmel London 049 Natural Lip Liner. And on top, unfortunately, it's discontinued, but I'm sure you can find it at your TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, all that stuff, you know. All that stuff in here in Canada be winners. This is Bite Beauty's lip gloss, and this is in salted caramel. This is their French press lip gloss. So that's what I have lined and filled and on my lips. Okay, so I live in Canada. My name here on YouTube is Canada Kim 1978. I think that would be your first indicator. So in Canada, we have Shoppers Drug Marts. Shoppers Drug Marts are throughout the entire country. It's kind of like London Drugs. There's a couple different drugstore type places, but with Shoppers Drug Mart, they got smart. Quite a few years ago, depending on where you live, they started revamping their Shoppers Drug Marts, and they started putting in these beauty boutiques, but they also did a lot of fragrances and things like that. Now, I have been an avid shopper of Shoppers Drug Mart probably since I left my mom and dad's house when I was 19. I'll be 43 this year, just saying. So to say that I'm very familiar with Shoppers Drug Mart is an understatement. And guess what? They don't know who I am. They don't know that I'm talking about them. I just want to share with you guys all the fragrances that I'm telling you. I've purchased more and sold some. Fragrances I purchased in the end cap of a Shoppers Drug Mart for $19.99. So there's various sizes, brands. Sometimes there's a plethora of one particular scent. So I'm hoping to put some clips throughout this video showing you the different Shoppers Drug Marts I go to. I'll show you the end caps and what they look like. And so you guys can see with your own eyes, there's so much. So all these fragrances are $19.99 Canadian. So that means if you're American, if you were up here visiting when the borders open, it'd probably be like $15. And there's some really good steals. One of the older requirements that I have in my collection from my trips to Shoppers Drug Mart in the end cap for $19.99 is Trussardi's Away for Her perfume. Trussardi, at this point when I purchased this, nobody was talking about Trussardi. Since then, Arlene from Delicious Delights, she's been talking about a few fragrances that she enjoys from this brand. It's beautiful packaging. They had this one, Away for Her, and I think there was Away for Him as well, that everywhere you see pink, it was blue. Of course, I picked up the pink one. There wasn't samples to smell, I should be saying. There weren't samples to sniff, so therefore, I didn't know what I was buying. So I'll list below Fragrantica. That's where I went. I literally take my phone out when I'm standing in front of this wall of perfume, and I start just querying the different perfumes, scent types, scent notes, and all that. And if I vaguely think that I might be interested in it, I pick these up. So this was one of the first ones I did pick up. It's a beautiful, there's like a little, let's see if you guys can see that. Very beautiful. It's just a very simple, easy reach perfume. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's clean. It does not last long. I will say that this one does not have the lasting power. This here is 50 milliliters. So that's actually really, like, again, $20 Canadian is such a good steal. And you use your Shoppers points, and that's how I gain more points to purchase other things. I generally purchase things like this using, like, saving my points, and then with Shoppers Drug Mart, I always use my points when you get extra points. You know what I'm saying? So if you have 190,000 points, which is $190, which is where I'm at right now, sometimes they have redemption times where you get 40% or 30% more back. So you can buy even more out of it. So that's when I buy the high-end stuff. So that's, you sort of see the cycle I'm kind of going through with that. This is a lovely fragrance, a very easy reach, everyday, office friendly. It's more like a body splash. It doesn't really last very long. It does say eau de toilette. I would even maybe say where it was a body spray. It's pretty light, but I really do enjoy this one. I actually have 2 Juicy Coutures to share with you in this particular haul. A lot of Juicy Coutures that are not necessarily as mainstream as some of the like the ones I have, like Noir, Gold, Bubbly, the original. Those ones are still pretty expensive, but these ones here that kind of been discontinued, most of them. This one's Peace, Love, and Juicy Couture. I love this little tassel. I picked this up during COVID in the summer of 2020. I haven't been able to wear it yet. It's going to be coming out on my rotation for summer. Easy wears to work. This is beautiful. It's got a nice zesty, citrusy scent to start and open up, but there's definitely a sweetness to it. Definitely work friendly. This just smells like I know, it smells like you took a slice of lemon and squeezed it into your glass of water and you have the residual lemon on your fingers. It's just like a nice citrusy scent. Very easy, again, to wear. Doesn't last the longest. That is the theme with a lot of these, but that's okay. That's not to be said about all of the fragrances that you could find on the end caps, because I have a friend of mine here in town who she scored, like seriously scored. But anyway, this is really, really nice. I will be pulling this out for a summer fragrance to work because it is just light, easy breezy, and inexpensive. And next up from Juicy Couture, I lied, I have a total of 3 of them actually. This is Couture Lala Malibu. And isn't this cute? Look at the bottle on this one. It's absolutely adorable. It's very young. It's got the palms in the background. It's got this big heart, like neon sign. You know, it's very youthful. I know I'm not youthful, but I like to try to smell like I am, right? But anyway, again, this is another 50 milliliter bottle. I picked this up again, Shoppers Drug Mart. Start racking those points up. And this is another beautiful, cannot wait till summer to come. This is another beautiful summer fresh scent. This one, to my nose, it's got, where the last one I showed you has more of a lemony scent. To me, this has a little bit more grapefruit or like that kind of like pucker up kind of scent to it. Really, really nice, really, really fresh. Again, an eau de toilette that doesn't not last very long. Again, theme here. But again, it's easy to put in your purse. You can spray it over and over again. And I'm sure by the end of summer of 2021, I'm gonna be putting a huge dent in this one. So again, that's Juicy Couture Lala Malibu. And the last Juicy Couture fragrance that I picked up for $19.99, again from Juicy Couture, is like the Eau de Parfum. I love this because it kind of reminds me of breast cancer awareness. My mother is a survivor of breast cancer. I just absolutely love this. But this fragrance, now I will say I'm being very gentile because that does not stay on very well. In fact, it literally popped right off. It looks like it's like very inexpensively put and placed on here. But that's okay. I can live with that because it's the juice inside. So look at, and compared to some of the other juice, let me just pull up another one. Look at the differences in color. This one is more leaning towards vanilla. So that is why the color is the way it is. I'm gonna just sort of remove this so I can spray it for all of us. It's more of a vanilla, very rich, definitely something I would wear in the winter months for sure. It's an eau de parfum. Beautiful, very sweet, very seductive, and this one does last long. So what I will say, this is an eau de parfum, so it does tend to last longer than this is also an eau de parfum, which is the only one of the 3 Juicy Coutures I'm showing you today that are. So this does have a better lasting power. This is a gorgeous fragrance, and I see this at Shoppers Drug Mart a lot. I go back, you know, I check it out every so often, every couple of weeks, and I'm almost always seeing this particular scent there. So they must have made a whole bunch of them, but I never see here in Canada, or at least in the Halifax area, Nova Scotia that I live in currently, I don't see a lot of perfume deals at places like Winners as much as I do at Shoppers Drug Mart. So again, tip for all of my Canadian viewers, friends, check out that end cap that they have. That's all fragrances at Shoppers Drug Mart because that's where you're gonna get your like really good steal. Cheating a little bit. I didn't actually get this one at Shoppers Drug Mart. I was gifted this, but why I'm showing you guys this. These are the Bulgari Omni fragrances. Now there's a whole slew, a whole range, all different colors. I believe this is like a pink sapphire. There's no writing on the bottom of mine, but I believe this is pink sapphire. Now the jars are super cute. I actually like them. They sit perfectly flat. They're flat on the bottom, but you have to be very careful because you have to figure out how to lift the lid. Now this little thing is small. Now I've seen this size for $20 at Shoppers Drug Mart. May or may not be the best deal. I haven't seen anything bigger than this, but sometimes you can get a bunch of scents that are so popular that you can't find anymore. And I feel like I've been hearing a lot of people saying that this certain ones in this Omni collection are starting to be discontinued. This might be the reason why we're seeing these perfumes in places like Shoppers Drug Mart and Winners and that kind of thing. But definitely give them a try. This one in particular is fabulous in humid weather. This is a beautiful fruity fragrance and it's beautiful. It does really well in humid air. And I live, like I said, in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and it can be very humid here for about 3 months. So very much love this one. Definitely keep your eye out on this particular range and collection. So then we have a fragrance that everybody talks about, and it's loved by all. Again, not for its longevity because it doesn't have the longevity, just again, similar situation to most of the perfumes I'm showing you. This is an eau de toilette from Moschino or Moschino, depending on how you want to pronounce it. This is from the Cheap and Chic collection in I Love Love. I mean, this is so pop culture, cartoony-esque, very like, you know, like I think of Asian, like really cool cartoons that they do with all the like graffiti and things like that. I think it's so cool. Very unique bottle, very young. But this is such a beautiful, again, cannot wait till summer to be able to wear this like way more than I clearly have. Can't see. Yeah, I've used a little bit of it last year, but I will definitely wear the heck out of it this year. I get that grapefruit, but there's a warmness to it, and I absolutely love this one. And again, you can put it in your purse. It's a beautiful purse friendly size, and spray this around. Almost a woody, like a fruity woody type note to it. It's quite nice. This will definitely be one I wear to work, even though I'm not supposed to wear perfume. Nobody has ever even smelt my perfume because I'm choosy about what I wear to my work. Anyway, so here we go. This is a very, very good deal. I've only ever seen this size. This particular size is 30 milliliters. I love this one. If you guys see this again, scoop it up. It's really nice and fresh for the summer. To a fragrance I have previously owned, probably before. It was probably when this first actually came out. I was a big Sex and the City fan. I was a huge Sarah Jessica Parker fan. And my parents, I didn't live with my parents at the time. It came out, I got it for Christmas the year it came out. I don't even remember what year that was, but it was a while ago. And I remember where I was, I got so many compliments wearing this to a job that I worked in, and women especially would stop me in and ask me what I was wearing in a good way. They wanted to know because they said I smelled really good. And that's Sarah Jessica's Lovely. And I know it's gotten a lot of hype back on YouTube. I refused to go online and buy it again. I know what it smells like. I wore it for like a year. Back then I was like only wearing perfume to go out, like special occasions. Didn't have that many special occasions at the time. But now I wear perfume for whenever. But I knew I would wait and I would find this one for $20. This one also is a 50 milliliter, so that's actually really good. They're not very expensive. You can find them. I always have the different websites below, discount websites, the Canadian, American, what have you, where you can always find things like this at a reasonable price. But if you can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart, if you have points, it's free. Basically, if you redeem your points, you only have to pay for your tax. Pretty dang good if you ask me. But anyway, I did buy this for $19.99 and no regrets. Now, I'm not a big fan of lavender, but I do recall and I haven't actually worn it yet. It's a newer acquisition of mine, but I do really love this one, and I have gone through an entire bottle. Like I said, I'm trying to remember, it was like 2004. I don't even know. It was early to mid 2000s, I believe, that I got this. Whenever the Christmas was that this was released is when I picked it up. So it is very lovely, just as the name states. Up next, from Britney Spears, Midnight Fantasy. This is a 3.3 ounce or a 100 milliliter bottle. And you can't see because the light's not supposed to snow later today. Like, seriously? Freaking middle April. Let's go already. Anyway, so this bottle is actually down to about here. I really love this one. It has a note that I think is going to become really, personally, in wax melts as well as fragrance for the body. I think it's the plum. I think plum is the new blackberry, especially in wax melts. Blackberries, everything. I love blackberry, but I also love plum. This is beautiful. Oh, it's sweet, like candies and plums and sugariness, and is gorgeous. And I love this one. And for, again, $19.99. It's wonderful, and I can spray this around the house, which I have. I've sprayed on me, of course. But this is beautiful, you guys. And I think the bottle is actually pretty cute. Now, I haven't tried any other ones from the range. Now, at Christmas time, they had the gift set that had like all the different fantasies, but I just kind of avoided that one, mainly because I don't believe the size that they had. They were just the little big ones. I think they were just dabbers, and I just can't do dabber fragrances. Like, give me a spray. I don't even like roll-on. It has to be a good fragrance I really, really love in order for me to actually purchase a roll-on fragrance. But Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy is absolutely gorgeous. 100% if you see this. Generally at Shoppers Drug Mart, you're going to see at least one Katy Perry or 2 or 5,000, as well as Britney Spears. You'll see a lot of that. Once in a blue moon, you might see JLo's Glow, which I know is another big popular one. But sometimes you'll see that. But a lot of celebrity fragrances you'll find at Shoppers Drug Mart for very inexpensive. And this is beautiful. I would definitely repurchase this one too. And last but not least, thank you to Demi Rowling to make this super popular. So she actually had this one in one of her videos. This is CK Into You for her. There is a for him as well. The bottle is very unique. It's almost like a milk jug or a bottle, but it's got a little cutout, like a little skirt cutout at the bottom here. It's very pretty. And this one, again, I can't wait till summer. This is one of the ones I'm going to bring out for summer. Beautiful citrus fragrances. Like I find when it comes to Shoppers Drug Mart, I tend to find a lot of summer fragrances. Doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It's not all of them, but a lot of the fragrances they have a lot of citrus in them. Maybe it's because for the most part, citrus doesn't last on your body as long as other fragrances. That can ring true for a lot of us, but I love it. And you guys, it's summer's coming up. Again, it's supposed to snow tonight. Summer where you are maybe, but not where I live. Yay. But anyway, again, Demi Rowling made this very, very popular again, and I scooped it up, of course, for $20. And it's an easy reach, very easy reach. And they do have one that says Into You. They do have one that's called Into You for him. Honestly, this could be a unisex. There's nothing about that screams like female, female. So I would pick this up, at least try it if you're a guy too. So that is CK Into You for her. All right, you guys, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you want to join the Canada Kim fam, then please do hit that subscribe button. And also, if you could like it, make any comments. Have you been to Shoppers Drug Mart? Have you found any of your fragrances? I know a friend of mine who, I think she ended up picking up about 6 or 8 fragrances in one go at a particular Shoppers, which I will be definitely going to someday because I gotta check this out. And she added up what the retail would have been had she purchased them full price, and we're talking like $1,800. Insane. So anyway, long story short, thank you guys so much for joining me. And as always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.